So guys, welcome to episode 11 of the Chelsea Career Mode series. We're actually going to be starting off today's episode by signing Marco Reus. Yes, Marco Reus has signed for the club. Welcome to Chelsea, Marco Reus. And what a way to start off today's episode. Yesterday, I did have a double upload of this Career Mode series. So if you did miss those episodes, episodes 9 and 10 of the Chelsea Career Mode, there will be a full series playlist down below in the description. Also, today, we're going to be having another double upload. And later on today, I'll be uploading some FIFA 17 news. Yes, there is some FIFA 17 news, and I will be covering it later on today. So make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss today's later upload. And like I did say, double upload today yet again. Go ahead and show some support on this episode by clicking that like button. Can we hit over 100 likes? Drop a comment down below that I can respond to, and I do respond to your guys' comments. And make sure you also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both links can be found down below in the description. Let's head into the first game of today's episode. We're doing so well in the Premier League. Our season so far has been insane, as Marco Reus will be making his debut for the club. So just overall, we're heading into January. Obviously, in this January transfer window, we're sitting first in the Premier League. We're in the round of 16 of the Champions League, and the round of 16 game in the Champions League will be against Barcelona, and that is going to be a huge game. It's a not missed game. You guys have to wait and find out what happens with that game. So we're doing well this season. Things are looking great. Will Marco Reus help out the squad and help us win that Premier League title? We're going to have to wait and find out. Marco Reus, Pedro, Loftus-Cheek and Mikel in the midfield. It's a pretty much I don't want to say it's a second side, but we have rested the likes of Fabregas, John Terry, Begovic, Traore, especially Traore. He's been in some great form so far this season. But this game against Crystal Palace didn't have too many highlights. Palace actually had the first highlight, and he fell in the 70th minute as Wickham takes the shot, and Thibaut Courtois has to pull off a save to deny Crystal Palace a goal to put themselves 1-0 in the lead. But in the 90th minute, Crystal Palace looked to get on the attack in the last attack of the game. They got the ball down the wing. They're going to look to cross it in to find Shamak back post. He's headed that one into the back of the net. Palace lead 1-0 in the 90th minute, right at the end of the game. With the last chance of the game, they have scored. And we're actually going to start off today's episode with a quite disappointing 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace. What a goal that was actually from Palace. What a cross that was. And it's a free header really for the Crystal Palace man, Shamak. And Crystal Palace actually pick up a 1-0 win against us in the Premier League. And this is not the way we want to start off today's episode. So we're actually going to look to hit back in the next game. So it's a 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace. We're going to look to hit back in the next game. And this next game is against MK Dons. This is in the FA Cup. This is actually the first game of our FA Cup tournament. So the FA Cup is definitely a trophy I want to go far in, or really a competition I want to try and win, because the FA Cup is pretty doable. Obviously, like I did say, we're in the knockout stage of the Champions League. First in the Premier League, we could possibly go the treble if we could do it. We could win the FA Cup, win the Champions League, and possibly win the BPL. I know that is a bit optimistic, but we're all in those competitions, and it could possibly be done. And we're coming up against MK Dons, and MK Dons don't have the strongest side. They're actually starting a 4-4-1-1 formation. They're a pretty low league team in the English football. You can say in the league. They're obviously in the championship. But this is my Chelsea side. Courtois will be starting goals. Traore, Costa, Pogba, Eden Hazard, Oscar, Fabregas, John Terry, Marquinhos, Ginta, Azpilicueta. It's a very strong Chelsea side, and there is no reason why we should not be going through to the next round of the FA Cup. As in the second minute of this game, Traore plays the ball over top to find in Hazard. He takes a shot, and his shot just goes over the goal. So we're looking to get on that momentum. In the past couple of episodes, we've been having some great starts in both the league and in the Champions League, scoring goals really in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and we almost did that with Eden Hazard. But in the 39th minute of this game, Eden Hazard is on the ball yet again, this time he's going to put that one into the top corner. It's 1-0 against MK Dons in the 40th minute, and this cup tie against MK Dons should be an easy win for us. In the 49th minute, Borges played to Pogba. Now Pogba is going to look to cut it inside. He does do so in players to Eden Hazard, who cuts it inside yet again, and he's looking for his third chance on goal. Almost put that one on target, but Eden Hazard started off perfectly in this game, having loads of chances on goal, and that's definitely what we want to see. In the 58th minute, Cesc Fabregas has his chance on goal, and yet again the MK Dons goalkeeper has to pull off a save. So we're having loads of chances in this game, but it is only 1-0, and MK Dons can have a great chance on goal, like here in the 75th minute. A ball gets played through Thibaut Courtois with the save. He has to pull off yet again another crazy save, and MK Dons really could have made it 1-1 there from resulting in us not putting our chances into the back of the net. The game is going to end in a 1-0 win for us, and we're advancing into the next round of the FA Cup. Awesome to see that we're going through to the next round of the FA Cup, as we're doing a training session here with Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma, obviously young centre-back. He's playing well. He's actually earned himself a starting 11 position alongside Marquinhos, and that's a very young centre-back partnership that we do have going, and it's working wonders for me at the moment in this career mode series. So down below in the comment section, let me know players that you want me to sign throughout this transfer window or in the upcoming transfer windows in this series. So Arsenal come with a £26.5 million bid for Oscar, and it is a great amount, but I am going to count off it to £40 million. Now the count offer that I'm giving them is an insane amount, and something that I'm not expecting them to actually accept and go with, and Oscar could be sold to Arsenal. It's £40 million. I'm going to have to wait and see if Arsenal accept that or not, as we're heading into the next game of today's episode. Is actually against West Bromwich Albion. This is at Stamford Bridge. We're finally back home in today's episode. It's actually the first home game of today's episode, back in the Premier League, looking to get a good result after that 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace. We'll take a look at the Premier League table. We're still sitting first. We're actually 5 points ahead of second, who are Manchester City. And West Brom are actually doing quite well for themselves. They're actually sitting in the 6th position, as we are the best defensive side in the Premier League, only conceding 8 goals, with the second team behind us, Manchester United, who have conceded 21 goals. So Courtois, Begovic, playing so well so far this season. Diego Costa, Falcao, Marco Reus, Willian, Loftus-Cheek, Fabregas in the attacking positions for this game. Paul Pogba will be rested due to fitness, obviously, because we did have that midweek game in the FA Cup. As we take a look at the West Bromwich Albion side, Rondon will be starting as a striker, Sessegnon in the midfield alongside Sandro, Johnny Evans, the former Manchester United man, as a centre-back. Lambert will be starting as a substitute. So let's head into this game against West Bromwich Albion. The 14th minute, Marco Reus does have a corner. He crosses that one in to find, I think it was Diego Costa there. He's actually denied by the West Brom goalkeeper, as Willian with the header from the rebound off the goalkeeper. And it is pretty well dealt with there from West Bromwich Albion, as in the 24th minute, Cesc Fabregas has his chance on goal, and he's actually going to hit the post. We are having chances in this game, but our chances are not going into the back of the net, leaving this game at a 0-0 scoreline, and resulting in that West Brom are going to go on the attack in the 42nd minute. Morrison is going to play through to Sandro, and Sandro is going to score in the 44th minute. West Bromwich Albion take a 1-0 lead at Stamford Bridge, and going to half-time, we could quite possibly be 1-0 down. But in the 45th minute, right after that, there's only 2 minutes to go in this first half. Diego Costa with a fantastic long shot, and could you imagine if that one did go into the back of the net? It's an easy save there from the West Brom goalkeeper, and resulting in that we now have a corner. Could we get a late goal before half-time? We all know the amazing form that Diego Costa has been in. So from the corner, Marco Reus crossed it in to find Diego Costa with the header, and Diego Costa does what Diego Costa does well, and that is score goals. It's 1-1 going into half-time against West Bromwich Albion, and Diego Costa with a fantastic header. But during the second half, West Brom looked to get on the attack and put themselves yet again in the lead to make it 2-1, and Courtois has to pull off a great save there with a right-handed save there. Thibaut Courtois with a great save, as the game is actually going to end in a 1-1 draw, and our Premier League form has been dipping in today's episode, and that is actually going to be it for the gameplay of today's episode. We're now going to end off the January transfer window. So to be honest, it has been quite disappointing from our results in today's episode, especially with the wins in the last episode and the episode before that. in yesterday's uploads. It's been insane the way that we've been playing, as Arsenal have actually accepted my £40 million counter offer for Oscar. So Oscar is looking like he's going to depart the club for Arsenal, and we're going to be having £40 million added to the transfer budget. Really, it's £34 million added to the transfer budget. But £40 million, Oscar has departed the club, and that is an insane transfer. Oscar has left for £40 million, as we have to now look for a replacement centre midfielder. And I have been saying it quite a lot in the previous episodes. We need to look for another midfielder, a midfielder that can play in the central midfield position, out on the wing, and as a central attacking midfielder. And Pastore fits all those categories. And Pastore is obviously at PSG, the 26-year-old. I did sign him during my FIFA 15 Arsenal career mode, and he worked great. And I haven't used him at all in FIFA 16, and I do want to sign him, and he's definitely a player I do want to sign. And a few of you guys in the comment section in the previous episode did let me know for me to go and actually try and sign Pastore. And it's awesome to see that you guys are thinking exactly the way that I'm thinking with my signings in this career mode series, and you guys are really accepting my signings and are really going with it and really enjoying my signings in this career mode series. So Pastore has signed for the club. He's the second signing in today's episode, and alongside Marco Reus, I'm very happy with those signings. 84 overall, great stats, light greens, dark greens, all over the place. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Like I did say, he can play as a midfielder, out on the left wing, out on the right wing. He's a playmaker, and he just fits all my categories, and I can't wait to use him as Real Madrid. Now this is when it gets interesting, guys. Real Madrid come with a £76 million bid for Eden Hazard. So first thing, when I did see that bid, I was shocked. That is huge money for Eden Hazard, £76 million. I was going to accept that. And thinking that we now have £77 million in transfer budget, I'm actually going to go and counter offer Real Madrid's £76 million bid to £95 million. I did post this on my Twitter, so for all you guys that are not following me on Twitter, follow me. The link will be down below in the description. I did show you guys the offer for Eden Hazard, and you guys told me to counter offer to 95 to 100 million pounds. I did do so. So now Real Madrid have come with another offer. It's 84.5 million pounds, and what I did do, this is actually being serious, guys. I didn't know what to do. I actually turned off my Xbox, and I obviously went to sleep because I was recording this at night. Woke up the next day, and I accepted it. I've accepted Real Madrid's £84.5 million bid for Eden Hazard. Will he depart the club? No, he won't. We have accepted Real Madrid's transfer offer for Eden Hazard, but it was done in the final 2 hours of the transfer window, which means that obviously Eden Hazard and Real Madrid couldn't do the contract. They couldn't accept the terms. So Eden Hazard is still at the club. We don't have that £84.5 million in our transfer budget. But like I did say, Eden Hazard was about to depart the club. But will he depart the club in the next transfer window? Because obviously the fee is done. Probably the contract is done. It's just Hazard obviously accepting the contract. So will Eden Hazard leave in the next transfer window? Hope you guys do like what I did do there. £84.5 million for Eden Hazard is an insane amount, and I will be willing to let him go for an insane amount like that. So we have games against Manchester United, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Barcelona in the next episode. Make sure you don't miss it. Go ahead and leave a like rating, drop a comment down below that I can respond to on players you want me to sign. Click subscribe if you are new around here. And this is, right now, is the strongest starting 11 that I have going into the second half of the season. So after the January transfer window, this is my strongest starting 11. So like I did say, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Don't miss out on today's later upload. It's some FIFA 17 news, and you don't want to miss it. For all you guys that have been following this series, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you all on my next video.